Yeah.
Let the rain wash it away.
Just watch.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see the steam rising up from the subway grate. Old man playing chess, checking his fate. Brownstone standing tall like soldiers in a row. Watching the seasons change, watching the people go. A single sneaker hanging from the telephone wire. The corner store bodega with the gate on fire. Not literal fire, but the hustle is high. A young mother counting pennies for the milk she bought. The optics are grainy, like a film from the past. Nothing in the city was built to last, but the spirit is eternal, written in the graffiti. A chaotic masterpiece, gritty and pretty.
We living in sepia tones, flesh and blood and broken bones. Paint a picture of the life we know before the winds begin to blow. Just hold on. Just hold on.
Yo, now pan the camera left to the basketball court where arguments are settled. The neighborhood's board net is torn down, just a rim in the board. But the layups are poetry, the points are scored. I see a scholar in a hoodie, studying his math, trying to calculate the angle of a righteous path. But the dealers on the bench got a different equation, recruiting soldiers for the daily invasion. The sun sets orange over the project roof. I'm just a journalist looking for the proof that a rose can bloom where the sunlight is dim. It's a 50-50 chance, survival is slim.
Living in sepia tones, flesh and blood and broken bones. Paint a picture of the life we know before the winds begin to blow.
Yeah, night falls heavy like a velvet drape. Sirens in the distance, no easy escape. I see the candlelight flickering in 4B. Grandma praying on her knees for the family. The visuals capture what the news never tells. The heaven we create inside of these hells. So I capture the image, I freeze the frame. Every face in the picture has a story and name. Developing the negative in the dark room of life. Cutting through the tension with a lyrical knife. This is the chronicle, the visual evidence of how we found glory in the present tense.
Fade to black, love, one love.
I tighten the Windsor, choking on the pride I swallow. Briefcase heavy with nothing, the spirit is hollow. 6 a.m. darkness, the ritual of the working dead. Shaving her face that's got nowhere to lay its head. She kisses my cheek, smells the starch on the collar. She asks about the bonus, I'm sweating over $1. Have a good day, baby, the door locks with a click. Now the performance starts and the irony is sick. I walk past the subway, I don't have a token fare, just a suit jacket, pretending that I belong there. Every eye feels like a judge, every cop looks suspicious. A grown man playing pretend, the silence is vicious. 2 weeks since the layoff, the severance is distinct. Disappearing like water dripping down into the sink. Clock in, clock out, the ghost ships are heavy now. It's a heavy now.
Tight head bow, walking circles in the crowd. No office to go to, just the concrete in the grave. Waiting for the sun to set so I can end the day. Clock out, the ghost ships are heavy now. Tight, air round.
I'm on a park bench, feeding pigeons a sesame bagel. Watching the bus driver shift gears, wishing I was able to trade this Italian wolf for a uniform and a route. At least he has a destination, at least he has a route. I check my watch, it's only 10:15. Lord, the minutes drag like a razor across the spinal cord. I see a businessman laugh, dropping crumbs on his tie. I feel the urge to rob him, then I let the feeling die. It's not the hunger, it's the uselessness that eats the bone. A king with no castle holding a disconnected phone. I rehearsed a lie for dinner, the meeting went great. While I'm calculating if we can afford to clear the plate.
Clock in, clock out, the ghost ships are heavy now.
Heavy now.
Tight head bow, walking circles in the crowd. No office to go to, just the concrete in the grave. Waiting for the sun to set so I can end the day. Clock out, the ghost ships are heavy now. Tight, all bam.
5:30 9:30 p.m. The masquerade comes to a close. I buy a newspaper just so I have something to show. I was part of the world. I catch the train back uptown, practice the tired smile, push the panic deep down, key in the door, hesitate, hand shaking on the brass. If she looks in my eyes, she'll see the cracks in the glass. She's cooking stew, steam rising just like the morning iron. I loosen the tie, a liar, a fraud, a dying lion. How was work? She asked, and I freeze in the frame. It was work, I say, and I drown in the shame.
Clock in, clock out, the ghost ships are heavy now. To heavy now. Tight head bow, walking circles in the crowd. No office to go to, just the concrete in the grave. Waiting for the sun to set so I can end the day. Clock out, the ghost ships are heavy now. Tight head bow.
3 a.m. The ringer screams like a siren warning. Burn through my savings before the morning of the morning. I know the number, I know the precinct, I know the drill. My stomach turns over, a bitter acidic spill. I look at the jar where I kept the money for the whip. Gone in a signature, another familial slip. I put on my sweats, grab the keys, the air's cold. You 32 years old, the story is getting old. Drive through the tunnel, the orange lights flickering past. Like the opportunities we smoked out of a glass. I promised mama on her deathbed I'd keep you safe, but keeping you safe is keeping me locked in this place.
Brothers, keeper.
Same blood, different veins. I carry the guilt, you carry the chains.
Brothers, Lord knows I tried. One hand on the wheel, one hand on the stress. Brothers, keeper.
Same blood, different veins. I carry the guilt, you carry the chains.
Lord knows I tried. One hand on the wheel, one hand on the stress.
I pay the clerk. She looks at me with those pity eyes. Sign here, initial here. I hate how time flies. You walk out the holding cell, shoelaces gone, looking thin, smelling like stale nicotine and the wages of sin. You grin like it's a joke. Yo, I had them fooled. I don't say a word, my anger has officially cooled into something harder like concrete setting in the chest. You ask for a cigarette, I give you the rest. You talking about a big plan, a hustle, a quick flip. I'm gripping the steering wheel until my knuckles rip. I don't wanna hear the dreams of a man who can't wake up. I just wanna drop you off and refill my coffee cup.
Brothers, keeper.
Same blood, different veins. I carry the guilt, you carry the chains.
Lord knows I tried. One hand on the wheel, one hand on the stress.
We pull up to your stoop, the building is peeling paint. You reach for a hug, but I pull back. I ain't a saint, I'm just tired. I'm exhausted down to the marrow. The road you're walking is wide, mine is getting narrow. I pay you back, you say a lie, we both respect. I nod my head, just go inside is what I project. Watch you fumble with the keys, disappear in the gloom. I drive away fast, leaving the ghost in the tomb. Check the bank balance at the light, 0.05. I saved your life again, but I don't feel alive.
Lord knows I tried. Lord knows I tried. One hand on the wheel, one hand on the stress.
We sleep back to back, spine to spine, but miles apart. Frost on the window pane, frost on our heart. The radiator clanks like a prisoner banging a cup. We both wide awake, but neither one is getting up. The bills on the nightstand are stacking like a tower. I can hear the meter running, counting down the power. I reach for your hand, but you pull it away and sleep. Or maybe you're awake and the resentment is deep. It wasn't the cheating, cause there wasn't no other face. It was a lack of funds that suffocated the space. Romance is hard to hold when the stomach is aching and the foundation of the house is quietly shaking.
Love don't pay the light bill, baby. Silence is a bitter till, baby. We stayed warm in the beginning, now we're just losing, no winning.
Tuesday night, argument over $6 and change. You needed it for transit, I needed it for the range of movement. To get a pack of smokes to ease the stress. You looked at me with pity, and I must confess that hurt more than the anger, the look of a disappointed mother. We used to be lovers, now we just roommates and others. I stormed out the crib, walked to the bodega in the snow. The cold that hit my lungs, nowhere really to go. Bought 2 candles with the last of the crumpled singles, listening to the Salvation Army bells and they jingles. Came back home, the lights were out, the cutoff was real. Darkness in the kitchen, staring at a cold meal.
Love don't pay the light bill, baby. Silence is a bitter pill, baby. Stay warm in the beginning, now we're just losing, no winning.
I lit the candles, put them on the table between us, flickering shadows dancing. Looking like a genius, trying to make it romantic, but it felt like a wake. Eating cold leftovers for our own sanity's sake. I saw a tear roll down your nose, reflecting the flame. I wanted to say I'm sorry, I wanted to take the blame, but sorry don't turn the voltage back on in the wire. And love isn't enough when you're freezing by the fire. We blew the candles out, the smoke curled to the ceiling, and with the light went the last of the feeling.
Love don't pay the light bill, baby. Silence is a bitter pill, baby. Stay warm in the beginning, now we're just losing, no winning. Love don't pay the light bill, baby. Silence is a bitter pill, baby. Stay warm in the beginning, now we're just losing, no winning.
Yeah, old man Jenkins 4B, right above my head. Used to stomp on the floorboards, heavy like lead. Every time I play my music, bang, bang, bang. I cursed his name, wish death on the man, let it hang. Called him a miserable babaca to my boys in the hall. Why don't he move out? Why don't he end it all? I banged back with a broomstick, screaming at the wood. Warfare in the tenement, understood in the hood. 3 days of silence, no banging, no noise. I thought finally I could chill with the boys. Then the smell came, sweet and rot in the air, creeping under the door frame, heavy and rare.
The ceiling is quiet tonight, no noise in the fading light. We judge what we don't see. Apartment 4B.
Paramedics in the hallway, the super with the key. They open the door, and for the first time I see inside this world it wasn't what I thought it would be. No trash, no filth, just military symmetry. A perfectly made bed, a flag folded in the case, a silver star medal staring me right in the face. A single chair facing the wall, no TV, no phone, just a picture of a woman, 1950 sepia tone, and cans of cat food. But I never saw a cat, just a lonely old soldier in a microscopic flat.
The microscopic flat. The ceiling is quiet tonight, no noise in the fading light. We judge what we don't see. Apartment 4. The ceiling is quiet tonight, no noise in the fading light. We judge what we don't see. Apartment 4B.
The banging wasn't anger, I realized with a chill. He fell 3 days ago, and he lay there still. He was banging for help, rhythm on the floor, and I banged back with a broom, screaming no more. I ignored the SOS, thinking it was a few, while a hero died slowly in pure solitude. They wheeled the bag past me, the zipper is black. I stand in the doorway, wishing I could take it back. The silence upstairs is louder than the stomping ever was. A heavy, guilty quiet, simply because I listened to the noise, but I didn't hear the man. Now I'm the one haunting the floor plan.
The ceiling is quiet tonight, no noise in the fading light. We judge what we don't see. Apartment 4. The ceiling is quiet tonight. No noise in the fading light. We judge what we don't see. Apartment 4B.
Notice is pain, it's taped to the beige paint. Lego language, cold and devoid of complaint. 30 days to vacate, the countdown begins. I'm packing boxes with the 7 deadly sins. Pride goes in first, wrapped in old newspaper. Wrath is the hammer I used to fix the vapor. Envy is watching the neighbors carrying groceries in, while I'm figuring out where the hell to begin. My daughter asked daddy, are we going on a trip? I bite my tongue till it bleeds, stiff upper lip. Yeah, baby, an adventure. I lie through my teeth while the ground is crumbling underneath.
Move on, gotta move on.
Pack it up, pack it in.
Where do we go? Where have we been? The sidewalk is closer than you think. Move on, gotta move on.
Pack it up, pack it in.
Where do we go? Where have we been? The sidewalk is closer than you think.
Sorting through the junk drawer, memories and dust. Keys to cars I don't own, coated in rust. Photos of the block party, summer '94, when I thought I owned the world, or at least the floor. Now I'm choosing what to keep and what to leave on the curb. The verb is survive, the noun is suburb. But we ain't going there, we going to a motel. 2 beds, 1 room, a temporary hell. I look at the marks on the door frame, measuring her height. I can't peel the wood off, so I leave it in the night, leaving a child hung behind like a deposit. Ghosts in the kitchen, skeletons in the closet.
Move on, gotta move on.
Pack it up, pack it in.
Where do we go? Where have we been? The sidewalk is closer than you think. Move on, gotta move on.
Pack it up, pack it in.
Where do we go? Where have we been? The sidewalk is closer than you think.
Day 29, the apartment echoes when I walk. The sheriff is coming at noon, no time to talk. I sweep the floor clean. Why? I don't know why. Maybe to leave with dignity, maybe just a lie. Take the light bulbs petty, but they cost $1. I take the shower curtain, just my luck. We stand in the hallway, 3 bags in a crate. I lock the door one last time, seal the fate, walk out into the sun. It's blinding and bright. The world doesn't care that I lost the fight. Put the bags in the trunk, look back at the brick. I feel hollow, I feel sick.
Move on, gotta move on.
Pack it up, pack it in.
Where do we go? Where have we been? The sidewalk is closer than you think. Move on, gotta move on.
Pack it up, pack it in.
Where do we go? Where have we been? The sidewalk is closer than you think.
PM, the whistle blows, the first shift dies. Wipe the grease off the forehead, rub the grit from the eyes. No time for a shower, just a splash from the sink. Change a shirt in the parking lot, no time to think. Eat a sandwich while driving, one hand on the wheel. Stomach turning in knots, forgetting how to feel. The traffic on the expressway is a river of red. I'm fighting the gravity of my own heavy head. The radio murmurs, but I don't hear the song. I just count the minutes, where do I belong? From the loading dock to the security booth, trading one form of bondage for another, that's the truth. Caffeine pills rattling in the passenger seat, heart skipping the rhythm, skipping the beat. Work, 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 work. Daylight is gone, the neon is bright. Trading my life for the middle of the night. No sleep, no sleep. The body is a machine until the gears strip. Tighten the grip, don't let the mind slip. Shift number 2, the uniform is blue instead of gray. The supervisor looks at me like I'm in the way. Stay awake, Johnson. He sneezed with a pen, I nod my head. Yes, sir! And do it again. Walking the perimeter, flashlight cutting the gloom. Checking the locks on the doors of the empty room. I start seeing things in the shadows, my daughter's face, but she's home in bed, miles away from this place. I lean against the brick, knees buckling down. The exhaustion is a king and I'm wearing the crown. I calculate the overtime, it covers the rent, but the soul is overdrawn and the spirit is spent. My hands are shaking, tremors in the bone. Surrounded by people, but deeply alone. Daylight is gone, the neon is bright. Trading my life for the middle of the night. No sleep, no sleep. The body is a machine until the gears strip. Tighten the grip, don't let the mind slip. Tighten the grip, don't let the mind slip. 7 a.m. the sun comes up like a thread. Shirt sticking to my back with a cold, nervous sweat. Clock out again, the cycle is complete. I can barely feel the pedals underneath my feet. Drive home slow in the morning, rush hour lane. Every blink lasts a second, fighting the brain. Pull into the driveway, the house is awake. Kids running to school, for heaven's sake. I wave through the glass, a ghost in the shell. Walk to the bedroom, my personal cell. Collapse on the mattress, shoes still on the feet. 4 hours of coma before the repeat.
Saw the picture taped to the glass of the store. A photocopy face I don't recognize no more. But I know the eyes, I know the gap in the tooth. We played ball at the rec center back in our youth. You were the point guard, quick hand, sharp mind. Before the powder took you and left the man behind. It wasn't a movie scene, no dramatic fall. Just a slow erosion, answering the call. First it was weekends, then it was Tuesdays too. Then the job let you go and the rent was due. I saw you fading from a jersey to a jacket to a rag. From a scholar to a dollar to a body in a bag. Candles in the rain, flickering now. Nobody knows what the crying is about. Teddy bear soggy, flowers in the mud. I washed away the memories, washed away the blood. I remember when I saw you on the bench last year. You asked for a 5, I smelled the rot in the beer. I gave you a 20 and I looked away fast. Ashamed of the present, ashamed of the past. I didn't preach, I didn't try to save your soul. I just paid the toll to avoid the hole. In the conversation you said I'm getting clean soon. Howling at the street lights, barking at the moon. Now there's 12 candles burning on the sidewalk concrete. People walking by, shuffling their feet. They see a junkie, I see a kid with a dream that got caught in the current of a violent stream. Candles in the rain, flickering now. Nobody knows what the crying is about. Teddy bear soggy, flowers in the mud. Washed away the memories, washed away the blood. Melts down onto the pavement, cracks. No turning around, no turning back. Your mama stood there holding on to the gate, screaming at the sky, screaming at the fate. I stood in the back, hoodie up, head low, wondering if I could have stopped the flow. But we are grown men, responsible for our own. You built a house of needles, I built a house of stone. And both of them are cold when the wind blows through. Rest in peace, brother, I miss the old you. Candles in the rain, flickering now.
took the train back to where the sidewalk ends, looking for the ghosts of my family and friends. Expected the bodega with the cat on the shelf. Found a boutique selling wellness and self. The brick is the same, but the mortar feels strange. The smell of the block has undergone a change. No more roasted pork, no more incense smoke, just fair trade coffee and an inside joke. I walk past the stoop where I had my first kiss. Now there's a keypad lock, something is amiss. A jogger runs past me with a headset on, look right through me like I was already gone. Who owns the city? Who owns the street? Strangers in the window watching us retreat. My history is painted over in eggshell white, disappearing slowly in the broad daylight. I stand in front of the building, 2 to 5, thinking about the days we were barely alive. But we were here, we were loud, we took up space. Now it's a quiet, curated, sterilized place. The rent is triple what my father made in a year. The irony is heavy enough to bring a tear, but I don't cry, I just laugh, a bit of sound. The playground is gone, they leveled the ground, put up a dog park with cedar wood chips. I bite the inside of my cracked lips. They bought the aesthetic, but they evicted the soul, patching up the drywall, ignoring the hole. Who owns the city? Who owns the street? Strangers in the window watching us retreat. My history is painted over in eggshell white, disappearing slowly in the broad daylight. I walk into the bar where the pool hall used to be. Ordered a beer, cost me $7.50. The bartender asked me, are you from around here? I look at his face, unclouded and clear. I used to be, I say, and I leave the drink. Pour it on the curb, watch it flow to the sink. Or the gutter elevation for the displaced, for the names and the stories that got erased. I get back on the train, heading out to the fringe, while the city continues its gluttonous binge.
Plastic is still on the good living room chair. The smell of collard greens heavy in the air. The Sunday at 4, the mandatory meet. Everyone gathered to pray and to eat. But the air is thick, thicker than the gravy. Uncle Ray looks shaky, looking pretty wavy. He just got out, but we don't say the word jail. We say he was away, a flimsy narrative veil. My pop sits at the head, carving the meat, staring at his brother with a subtle defeat. They haven't spoke real words in 20-some years. Just pass the potatoes and swallow the tears.
Pass the peas, pass the blame, pass the salt. Hide the shame, chew slowly, don't make a sound. Keep the secrets underground.
Auntie is humming a gospel hymn too loud, trying to cover the silence of the crowd. My cousin is texting underneath the lace, hiding the bruises on the side of her face. We all see the purple, we all know the guy, but we talk about the weather and the price of the pie. How was school? School is fine, the script is rehearsed, waiting for the bubble of tension to burst. I look at the clock, the ticking is deafening. The lack of honesty is truly threatening to choke us all out like a bone in the throat. Family is an anchor, but we trying to float.
Pass the peas, pass the blame, pass the salt. Hide the shame, chew slowly, don't make a sound. Keep the secrets underground, trying to float.
Ray drops his fork, it clatters on the china. The noise rings out like a bomb in a diner. He looks at my dad, mouth open to speak. The courage of the liquor, making him weak. I didn't take it, he whispers, a lie from the past. My dad keeps chewing, rigid and fast. Eat your food, Ray, is all that he says. Dismissing the history, the months and the days. The moment passes, the lid goes back on. The opportunity for healing is officially gone. We finish the cobbler, wash the dishes in silence. A quiet domestic, emotional violence.
Pass the peas, pass the blame, pass the salt. Hide the shame, chew slowly, don't make a sound. Keep the secrets underground, underground, underground.
Sleeves are too short, the pants are too tight. My cousin's old suit fits me mostly alright. I'm standing in the hallway of the county supreme, trying to wake up from this bureaucratic dream. Public defender walks up looking distressed, stained tie, folders clutched to his chest. Some Hillary says, without looking me in the eye, we got 5 minutes to figure out how to plead a lie. He doesn't know my name, he knows the docket number. I'm just another log in the pile of lumber. He smells like stale coffee and desperate fatigue. I'm playing for my life, he's in the minor league.
Order in the court, justice is blind, but she can smell the money. Ain't a damn thing funny. Order in the court, justice is blind, but she can smell the money. Ain't a damn thing funny.
We walk through the doors, the gallery is packed. Mothers and girlfriends, lives being hacked. The judge sits high, looking bored as hell, sending boys to the cage, ringing the bell. State versus Jones, they call out my case. I step to the podium, keeping the pace. My lawyer whispers, take the 3 or risk the 10. I look at the prosecutor, holding his pen. If I fight and I lose, my life is erased. If I plead to the lie, I'm permanently disgraced. The math is simple, the logic is cold. The truth is a story that will never be told.
Order in the court, justice is blind, but she can smell the money. Ain't a damn thing funny. Order in the court, justice is blind, but she can smell the money. Ain't a damn thing funny. Yeah, funny.
I look at the flag with the gold on the fringe. I feel the door of the cell start to hinge. I didn't do it, but who's gonna believe? The man in the suit with the short frayed sleeve. Guilty, your honor, the words taste like ash. The gavel comes down with a terrible crash. Sentencing in a month, remanded to custody. The system is a machine, ancient and rusty. They cuff my hands behind the bar of wool. I feel the gravity, the terrible pull. Look back at my girl, she's holding her breath. A slow civil death, a slow civil death.
Order in the court, justice is blind, but she can smell the money. Ain't a damn thing funny. Order in the court, justice is blind, but she can smell the money. Ain't a damn thing funny. Funny.
McDonald's parking lot, neutral territory ground. Saturday at noon, the exchange goes down. I clean the car out, threw away the empty cans. Trying to look stable, trying to stick to the plans. She pulls up in the Honda looking tired and tight. I wonder if she argued with her new man last night. My son jumps out, backpack bouncing on his spine. He looks like her, but the chin is definitely mine. Hey little man, I smile, hide in the 8, give her the 9, the code. Professional fake, she hands me his asthma pump. Don't forget the dose. We stand 3 feet apart, but it feels too close.
Part-time father, full-time ghost.
2 days to make it right, right before the Sunday night.
Part-time father, full-time ghost.
2 days to make it right, right before the Sunday night. We go to the park, push the swing for an hour. I'm trying to condense a week of love into a flower. How's school? It's good. How's your mom? She's fine. Conversation struggling, walking a thin line. I bought him a toy that broke in 20 minutes flat. Cheap plastic junk, I feel stupid for that. He asked why I don't live at the house anymore. I tell him it's complicated, staring at the floor. How do you explain resentment to a 7-year-old? How do you explain a love that just got cold? I buy him ice cream to fill the silence in the air, but the melting sugar can't fix the disrepair.
Part-time father, full-time ghost.
2 days to make it right, right before the Sunday night.
Part-time father, full-time ghost.
2 days to make it right, right before the Sunday night. Sunday, 6 p.m., the sun starts to dip. The knot comes back, tightening the grip, driving back to the drop-off. The mood is heavy, I pull up behind a rusty blue Chevy. Bye, Dad, he says, and unbuckles the belt. The worst feeling a human being has ever felt, watching him walk away. Looking small in the light, see you in 2 weeks, echoing in the night. I wait till he's inside, till the lock clicks shut. Then I drive to the liquor store to burn out the gut.
Part-time father, full-time ghost.
2 days to make it right, right before the Sunday night.
Part-time father, full-time ghost.
2 days to make it right, right before the Sunday night.
She calls me a thief when I bring her the groceries, accusing me of stealing her rosaries. Mama, it's me, it's your son, I say slow. She looks through me like a ghost in the snow. The house smells like lavender and stale urine. The edges of her mind are slowly blurring. She asked for a husband, he died in 92. I have to kill him again, tell her he ain't with you. She cries like it's fresh, like the funeral was today. I swallow my patience, wishing I was away. It's selfish, I know, but I'm tired of a loop. Reheating the same cold memories. So, who are you?
Memories fading like ink in the sun. The long day is done, but it's never done.
She's obsessed with a blue glass bowl on the shelf. Says I'm trying to take it for myself. I bought that bowl at Kmart in '89, but in her head it's a diamond from her mind. I'm scrubbing the dishes, angry at the sink, pouring a splash of her brandy in my drink. I resent the woman that raised me from a seed, because taking care of her makes my own life bleed. I missed work today cause she wandered the street. Police brought her back in the back of the seat. I yelled at her, I screamed, and I felt the shame, yelling at a child in an old woman's frame. Who are you?
Memories fading like ink in the sun. Long day is done, but it's never done.
I tuck her in, she looks frail in the sheet. Good night, Thomas, she says that's my uncle, not me. I turn off the light and I sit in the dark, listening to the neighbor's dog give a bark. I look at the blue bowl, gathering dust, a symbol of a mind consumed by rust. I hate that I'm waiting for the end to arrive, guilty for wanting my own life to survive. Who are you?
Memories fading like ink in the sun. The long day is done, but it's never done.
Yeah. He banged on my door at 3:45. Sweating bullets, shaking to the core. Handed me a package wrapped in a gym sock. Just hold it for a day, man. Watch the clock, I ain't built for this. I'm a civilian guy. I pay my taxes and I don't get high, but we grew up together, sand in the box. So I take the weight, checking the locks. Unscrew the vent cover in the hallway wall. The dust bunnies dance, the shadows are tall. Push it deep inside, past the filter mesh. My heart beating out of my chest, pounding flesh.
Don't look, don't tell. Don't look, don't tell.
Walls have ears, the street has eyes.
Don't look.
Every siren I hear makes my stomach drop. Is it the fire truck or is it the cops? I'm sitting on the couch watching Sanford and Son, knowing 6 feet away sits a loaded gun. I hate him for this, for putting me in the mix, for using my safety to pull his tricks. I jump when the phone rings, I jump when it knocks. I'm a prisoner in my own sweatbox. I wanna flush it, wanna throw it in the river, but the fear of the consequence gives me a shiver, not the cops, but the people who own the steel. That's a different kind of court, a different appeal.
Don't look, don't tell. Don't look, don't.
Walls have ears, the street has eyes.
Don't look.
2 days pass, he hasn't came back. My nerves afraid, ready to crack. I walk past the vent, avoiding the gaze, living in a terrified adrenaline haze. Finally the buzzer, it's him, he laughs. Yo, you good, he asks, doing the math. He takes the sock back, gives me a dab. You're a real one, he says, adjusting his cap. He leaves, I lock the door, I slide to the floor. I'm a real one, sure, but I'm rotten to the core. I enabled the poison, I protected the sin, and I know damn well he'll do it again.
Don't look, don't tell. Don't look, don't tell.
Last $20 in the Velcro wallet. Logic says food, addiction says call it. The rent is late, the fridge is a barren zone, but the colorful ticket is a temporary throne. Win for life, lucky sevens gold rush. The clerk hands it over, the world goes hush. I stand by the counter with a dime in my hand, scratching the latex, hoping to land on the 3 cherry symbols to pay out the stack. Great shavings falling like snow on the rack. First row loser, second row bust, putting on my faith in paper and dust.
Just one more time. Maybe the stars will align. Trading a meal for a dream. Nothing is ever what it seems.
If I win 50, I can get the diapers and milk. Maybe buy a scarf made of imitation silk. If I win 100, I can pay the phone bill. Stop the disconnection, stop the chill. I'm bargaining with God over a piece of card. Why is living regular gotta be so hard? I see a 5, I need a match, come on. Scratch the next box, it's a 1, it's gone. The hope evaporates in a split second. The reality of the math has to be reckoned. I look at the ticket, ugly and spent, just like the money that was meant for the rent.
Just one more time. Maybe the stars will align. Trading a meal for a dream. Nothing is ever what it seems.
walk out the store, wind hitting my face, shoulders slumped down in the usual place. I see a man in a suit getting into a Benz. He doesn't know how the story ends. I look at the dime, still gray on the edge. Toss it in the gutter, off of the ledge. Go home to the family, empty-handed again. I lost the money, I'll say to the pen that writes my history. Another defeat, hungry belly, cold feet on the street.
Just one more time. Maybe the stars will align. Trading a meal for a dream. Nothing is ever what it seems. Nothing is ever what it seems.
I saw you at the diner on 4th and Main. You looked peaceful, it drove me insane. You were sitting with a guy in a polo shirt, looking like he never rolled around in the dirt. He had a haircut that cost more than my rent, talking about 401ks and percent. You laughed at his joke, it wasn't even funny, but it sounded like safety, it sounded like money. I hid behind the menu, coffee in my grip, watching the stability of your new ship. He's boring, I know it, he's vanilla as ice, but he probably treats you incredibly nice. He don't know the fire, but he don't know the burn. I was the lesson that you had to learn. He don't know the fire, but he don't know the burn. I was the lesson you had to learn. I remember the nights we screamed at the moon, breaking the plates in the middle of June. The passion was high, but the lows were a trench. Now you're sitting there on an upholstered bench. He reached for your hand, no flinch in your eye. With me you were always waiting for the lie. I wanted to hate him, call him a lame, but I know deep down I'm the one to blame. I was the chaos, the storm in the glass. He is the calm, the green of the grass. He won't write you poems or songs in the dark, but he also won't leave a permanent mark. He don't know the fire, but he don't know the burn. He don't know the burn. I was the lesson that you had to learn. But he don't know the fire, but he don't know the burn. He don't know the burn. I was the lesson that you had to learn. I leave a tip on the table and slide out the door. I don't want you to see me the ghost of before. I walk past his car, a sensible sedan, clean in the backseat, a sensible plan. My kicks are scuffed, my jacket is torn, a rugged contrast to the life you've born. I light up a square and I walk in the rain, happy for you but addicted to pain. Yeah, yeah. He don't know the fire, but he don't know the burn. He don't know the burn. I was the lesson you had to learn.
Sitting in a chair, made for a 3rd grade kid. Knees to my chest, hiding what I did. The teacher looks at me over spectacles rim. She thinks my son's future is looking quite dim. He's disruptive, she says he fights in the line. I nod my head slowly, he's doing just fine. No, Mr. Williams, he's angry and loud. I look at her degrees, feeling I'm proud. She smells like chalk dust and judgment, I swear. She's looking at my tattoos, looking at my hair. She doesn't know I worked a double last night just to buy him the sneakers that fit him right. Teach the children. They judge the tree by the fruit it drops. Teach the children. They judge the tree by the fruit it drops. He needs stability,
says with a sneer, like I picked this life, like I ordered a beer. I wanna tell about the block that we in, about the thinness of the walls and the thickness of skin. My son fights because he has to survive. He's guarding his heart just to keep it alive. But I bite my tongue, I humble my tone. I talk to him, ma'am, I say with a groan. She hands me a paper with a failing grade, a red ink stamp on the effort I made. I feel like the student, I feel like the fool, trapped in the logic of the public school. Teach the children. They judge the tree by the fruit it drop. Teach the children. They judge the tree by the fruit it drop. Walking him home, holding his hand. Why you push that boy? I demand. He made fun of my shoes. He says looking down. I stop on the sidewalk, look at the town. I wanna scold him, tell him turn the cheek. But out here turning the cheek makes you weak. Don't start it, I say, but finish it, son. I'm undoing the work that the teacher has done. It's a double life, a contradictory code, carrying the weight of a heavy load. Teach the children. They judge the tree by the fruit it drop. Teach the children. They judge the tree by the fruit it drop. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Marcus rolled up in a German machine, leather interior, smelling like green. He been gone for 3 years, working downtown, moving on up, never looking down. He steps out the whip, shoes shining like glass, looking at the stoop like he's teaching a class. What up, fam, he says, but the slang sounds wrong, like he's singing the lyrics to a foreign song. I go for the hug, he goes for the hand, a sudden rejection, drawing the line in the sand. He checking his watch, afraid of the grime, like poverty is catching if you spend enough time. Don't forget where you came from. 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 Yeah, money changes everything. New friends, new clothes, new talk. Funny how you walk. Yeah, we sitting on the crates, but he won't sit down. Afraid to get dust on his tailored brown. He talking about equity, assets, and stocks. I'm talking about survival on these jagged rocks. He says you should invest. I look at him hard. Invest with what money? The lint in the yard. He laughs like I'm joking, to disconnect deep. He forgot what it's like to have nowhere to sleep. He's a tourist now, a visitor here, taking a safari in the atmosphere of his own childhood. It makes me feel sick, like I'm the slow one and he is the... Don't forget where you came from. 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 I gotta run, he says. Meeting at 5. He jumps in the car, glad to be alive, glad to escape the gravity pull, leaving me here with a mind that is full of resentment, or maybe it's jealousy too. I watch him drive off, the exhaust turning blue. They say crabs in the barrel pull each other back, but sometimes the barrel is just a trap. I kick over the crate, spit on the ground. The king of the ash is wearing a crown. Don't forget where you came from. 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 Down in the basement, behind the old heater, sits a drum machine and a dusty speaker. I haven't turned it on in probably 10 years, since I traded the snares for the shifting of gears. I wipe off the dust, gray on my thumb, remembering when I wasn't so numb. I used to make beats that would rattle the block before I punched in at the factory clock. My son asked me, Dad, what is this machine? I tell him, hey, time machine to a scene. I plug it in, the red lights blink on, ghost from a past that is thoroughly gone.
Dreams defer, dreams dry up like
back to work. I tap on the past, the rhythm is stiff. My fingers are callous, losing the riff. I used to have swing, I used to have soul. Now I just have a mortgage and a gaping hole. I lay down a kick, I lay down a snare. It sounds like 1994 in the air. For a minute I'm 20, I'm infinite. High, touching the ceiling, touching the sky. Then the washing machine buzzer goes off upstairs, snapping the trance, bringing back the cares. The laundry is done, the uniforms need drying. The music is living, but the artist is dying.
Dreams defer, dreams dry up like a raisin in the sun.
Could have been, should have been back to work. I look at the sampler, power it down, the silence rushes back, heavy and brown. Can you teach me? He asks, touching the knobs. I look at his hands, destined for jobs. Maybe on Sunday I lie to the kid, closing the lid on the life that I hid. Walk up the stairs, turn off the light, leave the magic in the dark, say goodnight. Could have been, should have been back to work. Back to work. Could have been, should have been back to work.
$5 a.m., the skies are bruised, purple and orange, nothing to lose. I sit on the metal, feet dangling down, watching the light creep over the town. The air is cool before the heat rises up, steam rising gently from a styrofoam cup. I made it through the night, I made it through the year. The demons are quiet, the vision is clear. I ain't rich, I ain't saved, I ain't free, but I'm breathing this air and that's something to be. The garbage truck eats the trash of the street, a mechanical rhythm, a city heartbeat. Sun comes up, world keeps spinning. Ain't about losing, ain't about winning. It's just keeping the feet on the pavement. Survive, on the pavement. Survive, on the pavement. I see Mrs. Johnson opening a grate. I see the young boys accepting their fate. I see the bus driver starting his route. Every struggle, every doubt is beautiful in a terrible way. The grit and the grime and the light of the day. I light a cigarette, last one of the pack. Smoke curling up, never looking back. I forgive myself for the things I ain't done. I forgive the Father, I forgive the Son. The rent is due Tuesday, the fridge is still bare. But for this 1 minute, I don't really care. Sun comes up, world keeps spinning. Ain't about losing, ain't about winning. It's just keeping the feet on the pavement. Survive, on the pavement. Survive, on the pavement. The city is loud now, the horns start to blow. Time to get down, time to go. Back to the hustle, back to the grind. Leaving a piece of the morning behind, but I keep it inside, a secret reserve, to steady the hand, to steady the nerve. I climb through the window, lock up the latch. A new day is start, a new batch of problems and joys and sorrows and pain. I'm ready for the sun, I'm ready for the rain.